sparking controversy and outcry in the West Shore. A major disappointment as investors try to recoup some of their losses from Ian Thao and learn there's nothing left. And Canadians start pinching pennies, the surprising new numbers that show just how much we're cutting back.
From our Vancouver Island newsroom, this is CHEK News. Here is Sky Ryan.
Good evening. Sides have squared off in a heated meeting in Langford tonight surrounding a controversial and major development bordering Bear Mountain. The group behind the 2,800-unit Skirt Mountain project is asking council for rezoning of the 84-hectare site, but they ran head-on into opponents of the project tonight.
How are you going to be accountable to the sensitive ecosystems and the red listed and blue listed species that have been identified? Where is the accountability?
And I'm pretty sure that among your digging, you'll find some of my ancestors lying in your ground, and Sartlet First Nation is not going to sit around like they did with the top of Bear Mountain, because it was a shame.
About 75 people turned out at Langford's council meeting to express their opinions about the massive development that would see a major change and residential area crop up on the south of Skirt Mountain. Yet despite the voices against the project at tonight's public hearing, Langford Council granted second and third reading to the zoning amendment, further paving the way towards the massive development.
We have completed every conceivable study on that mountainside, and we have had the benefit of being able to learn from those studies. Admittedly, many of the public, while they have access to all of the same information, they perhaps will need to take a little bit more time to educate themselves and see that after having reviewed the information which is available, that the application that's been presented is consistent with Langford's goals and objectives.
The proposal must still come before council one more time before the rezoning for Skirt Mountain is granted. Philip Campbell now with why a vocal group is fighting against the development.
Work on the new Spencer Road interchange is moving ahead, and so are plans by a group of 3 developers to change the face of the hillside. The 84 hectares of land are located on South Skirt Mountain between Florence Lake on the east, Goldstream Park on the west, and Bear Mountain to the north. Over the next 15 years, the developers plan to construct 2,800 housing units on the village, which will feature single and multi-family housing, commercial space, and high-rise condos, some with no height limit. When finished, it will have a value of $1.7 billion.
There's probably 1,000 people laid off in jobs out here in Langford now.
In these tough economic times, the mayor is excited about a project of this scale.
The people of Langford are good, hard workers, and the tradespeople is really what our economy is driven by, and I'm happy to see this application come forward.
Langford Council will have to decide if it will switch from the current zoning, which allows for 1,000 houses, including mobile homes and no green spaces, to a comprehensive development requiring 40% green space, preserving wetland. Though there may be a few environmental pluses, some residents have major concerns.
This project is a huge waste of resources. It's the wrong development, it's the wrong place, it's the wrong time to do it.
The plan calls for the consortium to pay for the Spencer Road interchange, Mill Creek enhancement, and an artificial turf field. But Ann Bailey wants a pedestrian overpass at Spencer Road.
We're not going to be able to cross the highway unless we walk all the way up the highway to the new interchange, and it's very dangerous.
If all goes well, council could give thumbs up to the rezoning request sometime next month. The mayor says construction would begin immediately.